That's for Daddy, my girl. All right. That's it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Yeah, exactly. I can't even get that right. This is going to be a bit of an interrupted show because the kids are staying home. They're sick. They're making me sick as well, so my brain's scrambled, and my daughter's in the office with me. So let's try to get through this. Yeah, okay. What I want to talk about, guys, is on the topic of what we've covered, namely AI and writing your own code for the tools that you need. I found yesterday, whilst playing around, it's actually super easy on TradingView. I've been coding in MetaTrader, the exchange, but TradingView, it's super easy. So what I'm saying is that to play with different ideas, all you need to do is go to Pine Editor, take codes, and copy that, my love. Just give me a minute. Okay, that is for Daddy's drink. All right, I don't know if we're going to make it through. Let's try it. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we take all the Pine Editor code over here. Then you go to your favorite LLM. Okay. I like ChatGPT. This is just on a free account. My other paid account has got some work on it, so I'm going to show you guys this instead. But you can even go to a temporary chat, which means nothing gets saved. You don't even have to log in, and it's completely free. And the models are super clever. So over here, just you can say things like, "I have TradingView Pine script. I would like to edit." All right, and then you copy and paste it in, send it through. And then it suggests enhancements and such. Additional inputs for flexibility, plots, customization, comments, and just say what you want to do with it. You can also say things like, I want, bye love, I'll see you now. I want you to create alerts when the lines cross over, etc., etc. So basically, it's a copy and paste environment to the to any LLM, to any AI. There's Meta, has got Llama 3. You've also got Gemini for Google, Claude from Anthropic. I just love ChatGPT. So and you just plug the code in, and it does all the coding for you, more or less. It takes a bit of copy and paste and back and forth. But it's really worth it, guys, and it's super easy to do. Like, you don't have to spend hundreds or thousands, or thousands of dollars on someone coding for you anymore. It literally gets done instantly, customized to your requirements, and done so intelligently. So once you've got a customized code, you just go to copy code. My love, can you go find the puppies? Where are the puppies? And then you copy it and paste it into the Pine editor, which is inside TradingView. Oh, goodness. Okay. And then you basically you say update on chart, and then it'll run it. So why is this valuable? Well, it's valuable because, for example, what I've been experiencing is the challenge of opening up a trade in the wrong period. Now, I don't believe in volume indicators. I know there's things like the OBV. I mean, I've tried hundreds of different indicators, and there's, like, what I feel is that volume tells you the past. It doesn't tell you the forecast of the future, and doesn't warn you about what's going on now. So volume indicators are kind of not really relevant to me. But when it comes to working with price indicators, then you can start getting intelligent. So what I did was I took my code for the MTOPS oscillator that we've been working with, and then modified it to add a distance of a soothing line. All right, so that exists when you offset it a bit. But what I found by doing though that is it was too delayed, and the information provided wasn't really in sync with what was going on. And also it wasn't too differentiated between what we already had. So basically what I programmed into the oscillator was to have the average between the two lines become an indicator in itself, and that was to provide a smooth effect of what trend may be doing. And I thought that would be a very aha genius idea, but all it really did was kind of delay the what was going on by by quite some time, which means that I would have got out of trades when price had already been dropping. If I was in this long and relied on it to close the trade for me, or give me an indication of a good time to perhaps look at a turning point to get in, it was too late. So the average between the lines, which I think I might be wrong, is called the MACD line anyway. There's like histograms and a whole bunch of other complicated words that pretty much describe exactly what I've just spoken about, but I didn't really find value in that. However, what I'm trying to drive across here is that I got to code and customize it and try it out to my personalized requirements, on my journey for looking for better. So I don't have to go to one of the many seas of different options out there. I just took my favorite, modified it, and then worked with it myself. Now, before I continue on that, I just want to say that TradingView is a real pain up the butt when you try and do nice things. For example, publish your scripts and share it. I got hit by the mod yesterday saying that there's a whole bunch of house rules that say you have to open source it, and closed source is not allowed unless it's completely something original and not been thought of before. And it's just like, you get kind of lambasted by all these rules and stuff. So don't do what I did, and that's like publish it, which I thought would just make it easier to share to my community members, because the frowny faces get really uptight about a whole bunch of boring stuff I don't really actually take the time to read through. So yeah, my response was, "What a pain." I just wanted to be able to use it myself and share it with my members. And they said, "Okay, cool. Well, in that regard, coincidentally, just absolute coincidence, you can do so by upgrading to paying for that option within our product services." So I was like, "Oh, that was a sneaky turn of events, you cheeky sods." But anyway, so my point of that, sharing that whole debacle, is that means that most of the scripts out there will have a I haven't done it this way, source code. You'll be able to access the source code yourself. And so the script is read only. To edit this code, create a working copy. So basically, you create a copy of what you're after, and then this is what you do. So you just copy it, all of it. So Control A, Control C, copy, or Command if you are on Mac. You go to your LLM of choice, and then you just edit it to say, I want this to be all green instead of having red in it, for example. and then you just copy and paste to whichever, again, LLM you choose. My favorite is ChatGPT, and then it'll basically modify it, update it. So whilst that builds out, I'll continue my cool story over here, and then you just say add to chart. So add to chart rather than the publish indicator is just a tip from a word to the wise. It's just it'll save you a whole bunch of pain. But again, thanks to that experience, I got to realize that the code is available for most scripts on the public libraries, and you can modify it to your requirements, and including sending alerts to you and so on, and whatever it is that you're after, right? So play around with it, even if you're not a computer fundi. It's worthwhile in terms of your trading experience to get up to speed with this kind of thing because it's so accessible to everyone. I used to pay a software coder, writer, person hundreds and thousands of dollars per year to build stuff for me, and yeah, now you can get it done to your requirements, including making mistakes, doing edits, going back and forth, any time of day that works for you. You don't have to hear excuses about they're going away for the weekend, you know what I mean, and having a family life. You're like, cool for you, you got a family life, but for me it sucks because I'm gonna freaking wait more days to get this result. Like, we live in a world where it's all instant. So take advantage of this. Don't not do it. And this is a call to you guys to just get up there and to try it out. So I just went to ChatGPT. I copied the code. I put it over here. I'm going to say add to chart. Let's see what happens. What I wanted was everything to be in green instead of green and red. Maybe it's not perfect the first time. There it is. But it takes sometimes some back and forth, and this was a one shot win, right? And you can do all of that stuff yourself. So please, guys, play around with it. The value for me and why I did all of this yesterday is because I was looking for a way to get through the shitty dead spots in a market. And as you can see here, oscillators themselves aren't that effing smart. Sorry, I'm passionate about this subject, so I'll let some words slip like every once in a while. And you see here that this is declining. So someone who wanted to get into position just based off of the oscillator, which is something I teach in my course to not ever do. Don't base future decisions off of an oscillator, because an oscillator is pretty underwhelming when you see it behind the scenes. So I've got you, just by the way, what it looks like behind the scenes. All an oscillator is it's taking the previous price action, dividing it by itself, that providing a value, and then that is the value that creates a line on a graph, as if you're doing like a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation or something to that effect. Basically, it creates a line from those smoothed out numbers of the previous period. So look how underwhelming that is, and then it starts plotting that. So that's what an oscillator is, guys. Like, it's not this magical instrument that's going to make you financially free. This is all it does. It's just simple math. It averages out a certain period. What is a certain period? It's a certain amount of blocks on an Excel document, for example, averages it out and then gives it a figure. And then does that again for the next period, then does that again for the next period, and then plots that down. So basically, the speed, so the adjustments that you make inside the oscillator when it says speed or period, it's just adjusting how many numbers you want to average out to give you a new number, and that gets plotted onto line. So guys who are spending so much time and effort and energy on all these expensive EAs and strategies and automated things that base themselves off of oscillators, you're idiots, basically, is what I'm saying, right? Because you can't open positions just on an oscillator. It's super underwhelming. It's not enough. It doesn't contextualize the full market in any way. And to that point as well, guys who are making decisions on the oscillator whilst having an open trade as well, this is all you're focusing on, right? It's just an average of the previous numbers into a new number that's on a line. And then the speed or the opposing line or the line that travels with it or against it or switches over it, it's just the same thing but slightly different. So over here, this would be a faster line and this would be a slower line. So it'll take more, provide the result, more, provide the result. This takes less, provides the result, and then plots that new number. I mean, very underwhelming when you see what it looks like underneath the covers or behind the scenes. Over here it looks pretty, it's nice colors, blah blah blah. It's not that strong to base off of. So I'm going to try to speak faster because I'm running out of time here. Basically over here it says that price is going down. Okay, so you open up a position going down, but on the chart, and this isn't only isolated to what I'm working with here, but it works with most indicators where they're super underwhelming and super shitty. So this says it's going down. Up here, it actually goes up, and then there is like this little move, and then it goes up over there. So I thought, what a crock of shit. I need something to help me out to not only base some smarter decision making off of, but also how do I avoid shitty market dead spots? So I was scratching my head for a while and I was playing with it for some time. And then I thought, why not get a slope involved that was relative to the momentum that exists behind the scenes? And I did some magic math and basically worked out a new line that's I thought was quite smart, that would tell me basically where to dodge a trade, where to kind of step back from the trade, and where to get involved. And this is very valuable to me on the lower time frames, because there are a lot of dead periods that are happening where you think it's a good time to trade, but meanwhile you just sit there, watch the paint dry, get stop loss hits, open up another one, revenge trade. It drains you, dude. Like over here, it looks like nothing, but each one of these candles is 2 hours long. So that's 2 business days of sitting here frustrated. I thought, stuff that for a joke. Let me make a more intelligent operation over here. So in doing so, I've got this line now that is flatlining over here, as you can tell, right? The flat line over there, even whilst this information says that it's a good time to go short. Meanwhile, in the market is actually accumulating and going upwards, right? And I said, I need something better. And I did discover something better. And the reason why I could discover something better is because I'm intelligent. Okay, so obviously, like, there's that element to it. So don't think this is, everyone can do it. Like you got to kind of have an objective and have some experience and that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that was meant to come as a joke, but because I'm sick, it's sounding a bit more serious. But it is a joking tone. But over here, I've got this is flattening out, and where the slope inclines, okay, so there's a little dip, and where it starts inclining, you can just see what happens over here, right? So it's a nice big move up, and then it declines like that. Nice move down. So a good position on the other side, which is, I'll use this information particularly in my lower trading charts, because obviously the energy of the higher frames is translated to the lower frames. The lower frames just amplify and exaggerate it a lot better and a lot more. So when I see a flat line over here, I'm not going to trade on the lower frames. You know how valuable that is. But when I do see a slope incline, I'm going to definitely trade on the lower frames because I know something hot is coming, and that's exactly what happened. And again, it flatlined up top, so avoid. But then when it kinked downwards, and it was a convincing slope. I mean, this happened before these lines are even switching. So okay, I'll go quickly. Basically get into a good trade. This is flatlining, so I'm gonna stick away. So, guys, please customize your stuff, build the stuff around you. You can nowadays. I'm just showing you how to do it. Copy and paste it across, modify it to make it win for you. We live in a day and age where you're at the middle of the progress, and I wish you luck. bye for now, basically, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.